Your news for the state of Tennessee in about 10 minutes. Tennessee in 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. I'm Amanda Hara here at WSMV in Nashville. There is now more fallout in the grade fixing scandal at an East Tennessee high school. A criminal investigation is now underway. The Anderson County Sheriff and the DA are now involved in investigating more than 1,500 student grades that were allegedly changed at Clinton High School over a 4-month period. 3 school counselors and a football coach now will not have their contracts renewed. And a head counselor has now been suspended. This is all on top of the 2 teachers who were fired and the principal who stepped down after the school board accused them of grade fixing.
We think children look up to them as their mentors and things like that. And then to have somebody you believed in make really bad choices that hurt many people is very sad.
Well, the sheriff's office is investigating allegations of criminal behavior and allegations of mismanagement that may fall short of actual criminal misconduct. A Memphis police cruiser was hit by a train late last night. The train actually pushed the cruiser about 30 yards. Dispatchers say officers were investigating a call about a prowler in the area right before the crash. The cruiser, you can see, has pretty significant damage. This is the second NPD cruiser to get damaged this week. Another was hit during a chase on Tuesday. Illegal street racers will soon face tough penalties in Tennessee. Governor Bill Lee signed a bill into law this week. It adds more time in prison and higher fines. The new law comes on the heels of an increase in illegal street racing across the state, leading to deadly crashes. Not only does the crime come with up to 6 years in prison instead of 1 year, but it also carries a fine of $3,000. That new law goes into effect on July 1st. The Tennessee National Guard rescued a hiker in the Smoky Mountains this week. That hiker was in a remote area and had gotten sick. A Black Hawk medical flight crew flew to the Icewater Spring area. They hoisted the hiker up to the chopper. He was flown to UT Medical Center in Knoxville. That whole operation took about 2 hours. A Tennessee judge has put a stop to the foreclosure sale of Graceland. And now the company accused of trying to scam Elvis Presley's family could be under federal investigation. A company claims Graceland was its to sell after they say Lisa Marie Presley never paid back an almost $4 million loan. But Presley's granddaughter claims the documents, Lisa Marie's signature, and the deed are all fake. Plus, the listed notary claims she's never even seen the documents before. The company is now backing off its claims and says it will not pursue the case. An FBI spokesperson in Memphis would not comment on whether or not agents are getting involved, but did say if a federal violation occurred, an investigation would be warranted. First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro is joining us, and we're getting a clearer picture of some unsettled weather for this holiday weekend.
You know, we have some bumpy weather coming over the next 4 days, and yeah, that includes the holiday weekend, Amanda, so you have to make sure you're staying weather ready. Now, the severe threat today is not going to be very high. However, it does include the entire mid-state. It's a 1 out of 5 on that scale. Main concerns here going to be gusty winds, heavier downpours with any thunderstorm. Not really a tornado threat for today. If anything, maybe very, very low-end threat. Something, of course, we'll keep an eye out for, but I would really be more concerned about the risk of flooding. Downpours tomorrow, we essentially repeat the process all over again. Out in West Tennessee, the tornado threat should be just a little bit higher, where that 2 out of 5 on the scale is. The rest of the state still sitting at a 1 out of 5. So for many of us tomorrow, main concern will still be high wind gusts, flooding downpours, but we will toss in a small hail threat and maybe even that spin-up tornado. The severe threat continues into Saturday. Again, it's still a low-end threat, and I really do think on Saturday, the shower and thunderstorm activity should be pretty hit or miss. So you do not need to go canceling any outdoor plans you may have Saturday, but you may just have to work around some of that rain. It is Sunday, particularly late in the day, where we have a much more enhanced risk for severe weather across a good chunk of the state. I mean, it's a slight risk out in East Tennessee, across the far southern portions of the state, as we get right into Middle Tennessee around Nashville, maybe up to the north and west as well, into Tiptonville. That is where the highest severe weather threat is, and this would put more on the table. Not just downpours and damaging wind gusts, but very high wind gusts of 70+ miles per hour, the risk of some large hail, even and a couple of tornadoes will be put on the table on Sunday. Today, keep that umbrella handy. We're showers and thunderstorms move in late this morning and continue off and on as we head through the afternoon. And remember, if you do encounter a flooded roadway, whether it be later today or the rest of this week, just never try to drive through it, Amanda.
All right, good advice, Stefano. Thanks. Well, 25 high school students in Williamson County are celebrating after they earned a perfect score on their ACT exam. These students are from Brentwood High, Centennial High, Franklin High, Independence High, Nolensville High, and Ravenwood High Schools. The assistant superintendent says they set high goals for their students. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. We'll see you back here after the long holiday weekend for a look at the big stories across the state.
This is Tennessee in 10, streaming your news and weather across the state in about 10 minutes.